Continuing with the Emile Durkheim, we look at the social facts, and he tried to divide the social fact into material and non-material. So material social facts are tangible, uh, could be considered as buildings, roads, furniture, automobiles. Non-material are intangible. Uh, Examples could be the rules and regulations, the culture. We see that these are external to the individual. Both the social facts, which are tangible as well as intangible, these are external to the individual. That's what Durkheim thought, which could be questioned, and people try to question it, that are norms not in the minds of the people? Are these always outside? Nevertheless, he considered the social facts as, let's say, coercive, forceful. The individual in the society have to, let's say, abide by these norms, whether or not they like it or dislike it. So that is how they are coercive. So they force the individual to abide by those norms. So social facts are created by the individuals, and individuals might be the components of the society, let's say, at large. Although society may not be considered as the just aggregate of the individuals or the sum of the individuals. So he thought that in order to understand the society, we have to study the interactions of the individuals. Then he tried to put the, let's say, materiality of the social facts on a continuum, and where he said material facts are empirically accessible, just like population size, just like density of the population, could be the channels of communication, could be housing arrangements. And there, for these facts, he talked about morphology, or the shape, or they take a particular form, they take a particular, let's say, shape. So could be identified like that. Then we see in the middle, sociologists usually begin a study by focusing on material, let's say, facts in order to understand non-material facts. Then thirdly, he is talking about the mixture of material and non-material facts, where he talks about density of the population, but with the density we look at how it is related with the interactions of the people. Density might be considered as part of the material facts. Interaction might be considered as part of the non-material, let's say, facts, and that is how he considers them as a mixture of the two. Then, with respect to the non-material social facts, he has divided these into four, let's say, categories. One is morality, the other is collective conscience, then collective representations, and the fourth one is the social currents. Morality, he thought it's a reality, it's a social fact, and since it is there, it can be studied empirically. It is external to the individual. The concepts of right and wrong, these are external to the individual, created by the society. All the society is composed of individuals. So hence the individuals have to abide by these, let's say, moralities. That is how he considered that the social facts are coercive. These are not only external but coercive. So these individuals are not free to pursue their own way of lives are their self-interests. Collective representation is more like a collective idea or the collective beliefs and the norms and the values. These collective beliefs, ideas, and norms, they motivate the individuals to conform accordingly. So we see that these are connected to material symbols, just like flags, just like pictures of, let's say, some places or some individuals, and maybe some icons. We see the flag of a country. People have to show respect to that. Same about the pictures, just like the picture of, let's say, some leaders like the Qaid-e-Azam, or some leader in the American society or other societies. Then he talks about the other social fact is collective conscience. Now, collective conscience is more like moral conscience on the basis of the totality. The totality of beliefs and sentiments common to every citizen may be considered as a collective conscience. Now, this collective conscience, let's say, overrides the thinking of the individuals or the actions of the individuals. We see that this collective conscience is very strong in the, let's say, simple societies or in the primitive societies if we compare these with the modern societies. Then the fourth one was the social currents. It means the great waves of enthusiasm or indignation and pity that are produced in public gatherings. Now, that might be reflection of the collective mood at a particular, let's say, musical concert, maybe a happy mood where people join hands and they try to enjoy, or in that kind of situation, everybody starts, let's say, participating in that kind of enthusiastic, let's say, current. Maybe they are behaving in a certain way, maybe they are dancing, or they are doing other activities. Similarly, in a situation which is a pathetic kind of situation, people have hatred to that kind of situation. We see that kind of situation when the case of these children emerged in, let's say, Kusur. We see a lot of indignation or hatred or about that thing. So these social currents also have a coercive kind of power over the participants in the society, over the individuals. So we see that rulers might use these kind of social currents for their own, let's say, ideologies or propagation of those ideologies or impressing on the people, and they try to make use of these social currents.